Hello there, it's Gareth here, and in this video I'm going to share with you 5 reasons I have deleted TikTok. Now listen, I didn't know how to approach this video because I didn't want it to sound like I was sort of being preachy and teachy. So I just thought I would share with you my reasons for coming away from the TikTok app. It's a very popular app, and I think everybody would agree it's very popular with younger people. But also for somebody me at my age, 54, I found myself spending time on that platform and found it interesting to start with. But it started to take a sinister turn in the last few months, and I'm going to explain why. So there's 5 reasons, and rather than kind of make this a kind of a stoppy starty video and lots of breaks in it, I'm just going to reel them out here, and maybe you can empathise with some of this. And I'm kind of putting this out there because I think if you are somebody who spends time on social media, and if you spend time on TikTok, I think there are a few little red flags as far as whether you should be on that platform or not. So let's get into it anyway. I've made the list, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at the list. It is without doubt, of all the social media that has come out over the years up to now, I believe it is the most addictive. For me personally, and other people that I talk to about the app, it's a hugely addictive platform. How they do it, I don't know, but they seem to be able to keep you on that platform for hours and hours and hours. They know just what to show you, they know just when to show it to you, and they keep you going with just one more, just one more, just one more. And before you know it, you can turn what was going to be a 5-minute little look at TikTok into something that can be on there for hours. So the first reason I have come off that platform and deleted it is that it's massively addictive. The second reason is I have seen a turn in the content over the last, I would say, 6 months. The back end of 2024, there was always things on there that I thought were a bit daft, people doing dances or different challenges, and I could kind of buy into that, and it was okay. It was a bit of fun, a little bit pubescent in many ways as far as I was concerned, but I still watched it anyway, and I still enjoyed watching some of it. But then there became a lot more content there, which I thought was becoming massively unsavoury. There was a lot of, I have to say, I didn't see any male versions of this, but I'm sure there is. And I'm not having a go at women saying this, but a lot of women of a certain age, my age actually, in the 50s, flaunting themselves on there and then pushing them to links on their OnlyFans page. And it became a lot of that. I noticed that coming up a lot, even when I wasn't looking at that kind of content. You're going to say, yeah, of course you were, I bet you were. No, listen, these started to get shown up when I searched for something. I did something one day. I like to watch sports, particularly Formula One, and I like snooker. And I was searching some snooker items, and literally I was on there, and I was looking at Ronnie O'Sullivan, Q Action, and there was a few things, but I noticed after 4 or 5 videos on snooker, then something would come up which would have some form of quite, at times, graphic female content, and I thought, wow. And I've tried it with other things. I even set up another account and tried just looking at only one particular subject, which was personal development and getting better. And still, after 3 or 4 videos were shown to me on that subject, the next thing was somebody pushing an OnlyFans page. I think the content is becoming vile. It's not just the content either. I think some of the people on there and the comments and the bullying that goes on there with certain creators, I think is just unacceptable. I'm not going to name specific creators. What I will say is there's a young lady on there who, her channel was about creating what she ate for the day. She's a very big girl, and I think by her own admission she'd say that. And the comments she got was vile. Even the stuff that I was interested in, the things that I was looking at, such as carnivore diet, there were a couple of creators on there that did carnivore stuff, and the comments that were thrown at this fella were just vile. It was kind of funny to me because a lot of them were in reference to his ginger hair, so they were kind of making. And I thought, having ginger hair myself, I thought, you won't say this to anybody else. This isn't just nonsense. But the comments were vile. The content was becoming increasingly less savoury. So I think it was the content and the comments were becoming vile. That's the second reason why I deleted my TikTok app. The other thing that I noticed about it, and the third reason was, I started to realise I wasn't feeling good when I was on the platform. I would go on it and I could be on it for a long time. Like I say, it's highly addictive. And I found myself coming off feeling bad, feeling either angry, upset, not upset as I'm upset, but like riled up over something that I'd seen. So I was having this thing when I was on a platform and I was not feeling good when I was on it, and when I came off it, I just didn't have a good feeling. So that's the reason. I don't want to feel bad when I've spent my time looking at something. I want to feel good. I want to feel pumped up or educated or inspired. I don't want to feel bad, and it was making me feel bad. So that was the third reason. And the reason number 4, and this ties in with what I've just said about not making you feel good, is as well as that, it also uses up your most valuable resource. So I could find myself on there because it's so addictive. I could be on there for hours, literally hours, just scrolling through TikTok. And it was always going to be just a couple more videos and then something that come, and another one, another one. And I found it was using my time. All our time is valuable. This is not something you have an infinite amount of. Everything else, money, things, you can get more of that. You can't get more time. So to waste it on a platform that's not serving me, that I'm not enjoying, that I feel is becoming vile, start to make me realise this needs to go. I cannot continue to waste my time on this. I have far more important things and far more wholesome things I could be doing than watching this. And I suppose the final nail in the TikTok coffin for me was I noticed the rise in people selling things on there. And this was like, I don't know, the shopping channel QVC. It became like a really bad version of QVC. Really kind of, and I hate to be kind of, I hate to say this because it makes me sound judgmental. Some of these people were just thick. I'm sorry, I know that might sound like it's been somewhat judgmental, but these people were just born again thick, selling you stuff. It started off, I remember the first thing I saw, some woman trying to sell loads and loads of toilet rolls, like 400 packets or 400 rolls of toilet roll. And then we went on to other things and devices. And I have to say, I did buy something off there. I bought some microphones, some little wireless microphones. They were cheap. They were a £5. Like they said, they were £5, but they were tatty. When I got them, they were rubbish. And I thought, it's like all this really rubbish, poor stuff. And literally, it got to a stage where every 3 or 4 videos, there was somebody selling something. And the way they sold it, like I said, there's some person stood in some scruffy house somewhere saying, I got this and it's changed my life and you should too, guys. And I thought it's just become a really poor version of QVC. So the fact that it's highly addictive, the fact that the content's becoming vile, the fact that I never felt good after it, that it used up my greatest and your greatest resource time, and then finally this 5th reason was, look, I don't want to watch a shopping channel full of idiots trying to sell you dumb shit. So that is the reason I've come off TikTok. Now, I want to say this to you. If you watch this channel, I don't know how you find these videos, everything I do on it wants to be about helping you to improve yourself, to be a better version of yourself, to hopefully to inspire you and to maybe inform you and educate you so you can do things that are going to make you a better person. So it's personal development. And I don't see a reason why anybody would be on that platform for personal development, because it's not the fact that you can't find it. Yes, you can, but they will always choose to show you other things which are nothing to do with personal development, and I think that's where the issue lies for me. You're much better spending your time on a platform like this on YouTube, where you can search for specific things, and it will show you specific things, and it's not going to throw something else in completely different while you're searching. I think this is a place where you can find a lot less of the vile comments, although there are 1 or 2 on YouTube which could be questionable and not nice, not the same as the TikTok platform. And I have to say, the creators that I look at on here and the people that I see, even when it's a subject that just gets popped up in maybe for you, suggestions, the creators just seem to be nicer people that have got a bit more about them, and people that genuinely want to share their interest or their knowledge with other people. I think this platform is a wonderful platform. It's been around a long time. Many people, look, YouTube now is the 2nd biggest search engine after Google. And I think this is a place you can learn, you can advance. And for personal development, I think this platform of YouTube is fantastic, but TikTok is not. So like I say, that's my reason for coming off. If you're watching this, you're a grown adult, you can make your own choices. But what I would say is, if I would not advise anybody to go on that platform, I would say, look, get away from it. It is nefarious, to say the least, and I think it's only going to get worse. So that's the 5 reasons I've decided to delete the TikTok app off my phone. I'm going to leave my videos on there. I'm not going to delete all them. I'm just going to leave the account. I'm not going to look at it, and I'm going to spend my time in more useful endeavours, like creating videos for YouTube or learning things myself through reading and podcasts. Because listen, I said it in one of the reasons I've given it up. It takes away your most valuable time, or your most valuable resource, which is time. Don't waste that resource. Rather than spending 40 minutes scrolling through social media, you could spend 40 minutes reading a book, listening to a podcast, going to the gym, training, preparing some good food for yourself. There's so much you can do with your time in a positive way. Don't waste it on platforms that, quite frankly, I think have probably got slightly poor people running them. And it's all about gathering information and keeping you hooked on something which isn't really serving you. So that's my view, my thoughts. Any comments underneath, I'd be welcome to hear. Like I say, it's only my opinion. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life, but I am saying that's my view on it. That's why I've come off the platform, and that's why I'm avoiding it. It's come off my phone. And I can tell you now, even in the few days that it's been off my phone now, TikTok, I have created so much extra time. I've got so much more peace. I feel much happier simply by getting rid of that one app. So that's my experience. Like I say, share yours in the comments underneath, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Until then, take care.